everyone, and welcome to the intraday video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. As we saw before in the videos, we have talked about several scenarios here happening in the micro structure. So we have talked, of course, about a potential A, B, and C finished here, hitting exactly the fib levels. Now, in this scenario, we are still, of course, bullish, and we are looking for higher prices in case this is the scenario that we are looking for. However, now if we want to finish this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, this structure is not really nice to see as an impulse, right? Again, the wave 4 overlapping with the wave 1, right? And also it is considered as an expanded diagonal in case we want to take it as diagonal, which is very rare as well. Therefore, I need to look to this structure a little bit more differently, and this might take us to something totally different if we are looking here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing a wave 1, and of course here having wave 2, then 3 here finishing, and then retracement 4 and 5. Therefore, this might be much more reliable as contracting diagonal, which is not very rare, such as the expanding diagonal, and has much higher possibilities, right? So in that case, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got a second retracement here as a wave 2, so we consider this as wave 1, as a wave 2 here, hitting exactly the 0.38 fib level, it's fine. This is the minimum requirement for a wave 2. And then we are seeing now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So that it could means the wave 1 of the wave 3. So if we are looking here at 1, 2, and we are looking for a wave 3 here, right? You want to see, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, why I'm mentioning that this might be a big impulse towards the downside, if you remember, we mentioned this scenario several times before, right? A few days, and yesterday and today as well. We might have here a expanding diagonal, flat, sorry, and as A, B, and C, right? And that might open several possibilities as well. If you remember, we have here possibly 3 waves up, and we're gonna see 3 waves down, right? And after that, of course, we are looking for higher prices for a flat, a bigger flat, or it could be as well the wave 2 itself, right? So because this still can be considered as kind of like an impulse. So if this is our wave 1, then we are looking for a wave 2, and this A, B, C, our 3 waves for a wave 2. However, this is still a very low possibility rather than the 3 waves up and 3 waves down, you know, because I don't really like this as an impulse. It looks like much more like 3 waves. And yeah, that might lead us to maybe to a bearish scenario, of course. So in the intraday, again, let's recap here. So we might see more lower prices, of course. Now, our fib level has been respectively hit and very well respected, okay, for an ABC. Therefore, the opportunity for higher prices, of course, still possible. But the only thing is that I don't like is how this impulse looks like. So if it is expanded diagonal, then it's fine. It is what it is, right? So yeah, so in that case, we want to look, of course, for higher prices. Now, how to make sure? Of course, you don't want to enter your trade here, guys. Of course, it's still very tricky here and very unclear what's gonna happen, okay? So these are the 2 possibilities, of course. If we see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 again, impulse, diagonal, anything motives, waves, then okay, you are clear to go. you are looking for a wave 2, then okay, this is your trade exactly here, right? If we are bearish, okay, if we are bearish and this is considered as wave 1, or this is considered as wave 1, you have two options here. If this is a 1 2 1 2, then okay, at your once you see now 1 2 3 4 5, this is finished. Now when the prices pass almost this level, of course, then you want to go and sell, because anyway you are entering here in a gap, right? This is called a gap when you have just a very long candles, and once you touch it, all right, the first time you touch it, it plays as a support, which it did now, and the second time you try to test it and it break it, then of course you want to fill it to the end. So this is the thing. Now once we break this level, okay, this price, of course a little bit lower even would be preferably, then of course then we are looking for lower prices. We are looking for an impulse 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5, finishing the first wave potentially for a flat maybe here, okay, but if we finished here, that is a running flat, very rare as well. However, this impulse might be turned into a 1 2 later on, as we see in yellow, of course, because your big impulse here need of course a wave 1 impulsive, as we can see now. It's a very likely start for it, okay. So yeah, this is the thing. Now if this impulse finish, as we said here, it fills all the gap here, then yeah, then we are looking for bigger impulse, and this is considered as 1 2 3 4 5, and here we go. Now still as well opens the scenario for 3 waves towards the downside as well, because you want to seek here for a zigzag, right? And if you have an impulse here already, if a finish impulse here finish, that's 5 waves, perfect. Then you need 3 waves up, then 5 waves down, then these are your 3 waves towards the downside. So as I promised that we're gonna start to see something much more clearer, which scenario is going to unfold. Is it the 3 waves, 5 waves? Now this is what we are facing now, of course. Now an impulse is a good start, of course, for both scenarios again, because a zigzag needs an impulse, and also a wave C for an expanding flat needs an impulse as well. However, possibilities are a little bit more bearish than the bullish, of course. I mentioned already how to enter your bullish scenario and where to enter your bearish scenario. I hope that was helpful. Of course, there is no any financial advices here. Please trade safe and watch what's going on and so on, right? So thank you for watching, and if you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe for the channel if you didn't yet. See you in the next video. Bye bye.